Welcome to Hatsune Miku. What do you mean, welcome to Hatsune Miku? Don't you mean welcome Hatsune Miku? No. I don't. You make no sense. Correct. I make dollars. An hour. At work. Not here. I think it technically makes sense here. Anyway, Da Vinci. I forgot where we were. Well, we've learned two things. There are these robot looking fuckers called homunculi, and they run off of magic, which, based on the lore of the first game, makes sense. At least from what I remember. Why Noah's text was blue there, I don't know. Maybe just because she was half dead, or something like that. Also, like, continuing thread is that all sound just drops out. I'm pretty sure it's a specific choice by the devs, and I do not understand it in the fucking slightest. I hated it, it confused me every time, and it was just unnerving every time. And for boss fights, we're just gonna plaster my deaths on screen, and then go over the final fight, what I thought about the fight, based on what I can remember and what the footage shows me. Hit the wrong button to heal. I'm bad. So, fight's simple enough, very easily readable. The game gives you 2 health bars to look at. Fairly easily readable, simple, kind of foreshadowing elemental abilities, even though you can't get the status effects right now. Move this over here. Excuse me. Honestly, it's a pretty simple fight. Very readable. Pretty easy, more or less. Me getting used to the controls of this game. Does give a little bit of the foreshadowing with the elemental attacks, even though we can't get the status effects on us right now. But yeah, nice little starter fight. Honestly, it's a pretty simple fight. Very readable. Pretty easy, more or less. Me getting used to the controls of this game. Does give a little bit of the foreshadowing. Lore. What do you mean lore? What are you, Pat? Lore of this game. Does give a little bit of the foreshadowing with the elemental attacks, even though we can't get the status effects on us right now. But yeah, nice little starter fight. You know the box with a stick and a string, you just put bait under it and that's supposed to catch things. Just put a book titled Lore and just catch every FNAF theorist ever. File... export... change that file path because that's not the right file path. My time with Ender Mag audio. Lito? Lito. Call it Lito fight. No, I hit cancel. I gotta do that again. Yeah, motherfucking. Save. Export. There we go. Go to the audio. Need the file explorer opened. Yoink that over there. There we go. ROM button to heal. I forgot to look up if there was a way to have multiple folders open. Oh, wait. Wait. Huh? Why do the sub bins not have... Oh, wait, there it is. So, open as a new tab. Let's not do that. Let's try open as new window then. Hey, can I dock this? Because I would like to dock it, because, yeah, I click back into the main program and it goes behind it. Also, you can't see it. Relink media. So, not really. I was gonna deal with the ROM button to heal. The offline multi-monitor shit. Honestly, it's a pretty simple. Why is it doing this though? That's the weird part. Like, because now I can't really tell which fucking face this is. Why is it cropping it, even though, like, these aren't cropped? It's odd. I'm going to assume it has something to do with the, update system. That's why things have names. Is there a way to sort these? Here. I thought I had them sorted, differently before. Finally, it'll be fine. I'll deal with it. Honestly, it's a pretty simple fight. Very readable, pretty easy, more or less. Me giving users control over this game. It does give a little bit of foreshadowing with the elemental attacks, even though we can't get the status effects on us right now. But yeah, nice little start fight. And then we go for the rest of the fight. And then I believe this here is lore. Lore, they call it. Above the enemy, the one below it. One on the actual UI, also level 2. So. Don't leave me. Perhaps I can help. Hodge. Like, where are you going? Take me with you. Dunes? You fixed me. It's the outside. All of us. It's all we wanted. You're not missing audio. We don't cool down, but he discovered a test subject from a homunculus processing plant. He was one of the many homunculi that were exposed to the fumes as part of an experiment to observe how long they could withstand its effect before turning rabid. As the fumes took hold, hordes of homunculi tore through one another, climbing the resulting pile of corpses in a big escape. They don't survive by being buried beneath the pile. We don't attack completely like in Nola. It's possible to activate Neo's ability while attacking with Nola at the same time. However, Legion requires a cooldown period between uses. Okay. That's probably our key. Might it last with this free. Subterranean testing site key. Key that unlocks the magic gate leading to subterranean testing site. The subterranean testing site character closed off. When it's minus to open the menu, you can view pilot status and put down the next time. Feel like there's shit up there, especially since it's carved out of the minimap. There's not shit up there, it's blue. I'm pressing the wrong button to scroll. So that's probably fine to just leave like that. Except me. I'll leave it in. It'll be fine. And there's our first indications that things here are fucked up and people are evil. People are just downright fucking evil. Also, there's nothing up there, because the room's blue. And there's our first indication that people around here are just fucked up and straight up evil. Also, there's nothing in that room, because it's blue now in the minimap if you look. If you look at the mini-map, it's blue. I'm blue, abu-dee, abu-da.
Oh, good for you!
There's our first indication that people around here are just fucked up and straight up evil. Also, there's nothing in that room, because it's blue now in the mini-map if you look. That reminds me of something I want to test. I'm just gonna give it one shot. I don't know if it'll work. Maybe it'll eventually trigger, maybe it won't.
You've awoken something deep inside me.
Well, that one didn't work. Maybe we'll work on a different hit. I'm trying, I want to try something, but I don't want to just continuously play the sound effect. Export audio, don't give me that look. It's blue. Export audio. And of course, let me just sort this. God damn it, Windows. There we go. Sort by date created. And there's our first indication that people around here just fucking up and straight up evil. Also, there's nothing in that room because it's blue now in the minimap if you look. Millis Lab Primus Actions restricted. Note this research log 1. Artificial life forms created through the infusion of magic. They are augmented by Millis arcane smiths and boast high physical capabilities and durability. Although they pose no danger to humans, magic that affects the consciousness is used to observe homunculi remain true to their purpose. However, these methods require tuning from time to time. That's not... Yeah, that's not foreboding and potentially concerning at all. Up we go. Up we go. I should just think the inhumane experiments homunculi were subject to beneath the surface. Do you remember anything at all? The fumes. They drove everyone mad. They hurt each other. You. I saw you in my memories. Are you lilac? Yeah, I think so. There's undoubtedly a connection here. Do not fret. Your memories will likely resurface in time. In fact, it appears we all have something we're struggling to recall. I'm certain of one thing, however. You wield a power capable of liberating homunculi. Those with such power are known as Vtubers. We may be able to find more of your ilk by retracing the memories of homunculi we encounter. And we're just here. Lower Stratum Streets. Locked. Well, that's certainly something up there. So, this is the outside world. And that is the upper stratum. That's where the sorcerers, the founders of this nation, and the creators of homunculi reside. If I am to discover the truth behind the wretched dreams that haunt me, since that's where I must go. To that end, I will not permit you to perish until we are there. Steal yourself, Lilac. I understand. My memory is hazy, but before I fell below the surface, someone was desperate to save me. I think I cared about them. I want to know why they were crying. And if this power I have is meant to help homunculi, I want to use it. The player character could heal... Alright, so we have... homunculi are just, they just made AI. It's AI with magic. They gained artificial intelligence. See, you needed magic to... and then, the amnesia plotline and... and a very obvious statement on the class. So we have AI, amnesia plot. Amnesia plotline and probably a bunch of connections going all around here. And then you get to see the class system of the world firsthand. Did you know Elon Musk is a trillionaire now? Okay, so homunculi are just artificial life forms infused with magic, which can just go crazy unless they're just tuned properly. Yeah, sure. That's not terrible at all. What is this, Full Metal Alchemist? Anyway, it seems like all three of our characters here, like, loosely connected. They all kind of have amnesia a bit, but I'm sure we'll figure out more of that, and then you get to see the class structure of this game in its full completeness with just how everything looks back there. Did you know Elon Musk is a trillionaire now? Why'd he put that in? You see, it feeds the algorithm. Maybe it feeds the algorithm. Why are you feeding it? Money. Why do you mean you're feeding the algorithm money? Money. But Mr. Krabs! Will you shut up? Okay, so homunculi are just artificial life forms infused with magic, which can just go crazy? I was crazy once. No, don't start it. Don't start. I will start. And end. Magic, which can just go crazy unless they're just tuned properly. Yeah, sure. That's not terrible at all. What is this? Full Metal Alchemist? Full Metal Alchemist. I should get a fucking JPEG of someone, not one of the main characters, not even a major side character, just a random character from Full Metal Alchemist. Anyway, it seems like all three of our characters here are, like, loosely connected. They all kind of have amnesia a bit, but I'm sure we'll figure out more of that, and then you get to see amnesia a bit, but I'm sure we'll figure out more of that, and then you get to see the class structure of this game in its full completeness, which is in its full completeness with just how everything looks back there. Did you know Elon Musk is a trillionaire now? I'm gonna cut out the silence, because I definitely heard myself swallowing that. File. Also, it's gonna be so funny if I make it, when I upload this, for whatever reason, SpaceX has just crashed and Elon Musk is no longer a trillionaire. I'm just gonna call it class. Export, oh export, doodly doodly doo. That's not the right folder. At least I can move it rather easily. Okay, so homunculi are just artificial life forms infused with magic, which can just go crazy unless they're just tuned properly. Yeah, sure. They're tuned properly. Disappointed here. Yeah, sure. That's not terrible at all. What is this? Full Metal Alchemist? Anyway, we got a picture of some random character. Full Metal Alchemist. Characters. That's a Wikipedia. Yeah, let's just go to actual Wikipedia. Fuck fandom. Main characters, villains. Actually, Wikipedia itself is not going to have pictures. Fine, we'll go to fandom. Okay, there's a character here called Rick. I just kind of feel like using Rick. What do you mean coming soon? Do you not have an image of this character from the anime? The fuck? The other fucked up thing I could do is get a picture of the girl dog. What's the name? I forget. Yeah, let's just go with Rick. Save image as, go to JPEGs. Editing materials, JPEGs. 1x. I should empty this folder of shit. New folder. Ender mag. Go in here. This is a WEP file. Wait, no, DaVinci can use WEP files now. That's terrible. Ah, perfect. Well, at all? What is this? And I need to kind of just shrink. No, I want to shrink the image. Just put him up here. It's like, who the fuck is that? That's Rick from Full Metal Alchemist. You don't remember Rick from Full Metal Alchemist? Full Metal Alchemist? Anyway, it seems like all three of our characters here are like loosely connected. They'll kind of have amnesia with it, but I'm sure we'll figure out more of that. I didn't get to see the class structure of this game, and it's full completeness, which is how everything looks back there. Did I? Huh? Looks like I fucked some shit up. By accident. The trial. There we go. Easy fix. How everything looks back there. Did you know Elon Musk is a trillionaire now? No further context needed. Moving along. Trillionaire now. Generic shocked sound effect number 43. Whoa, what kind of homunculus is that? She looks so old. And who might you be? The Arcane Smith of the town up ahead. Well, Arcane Smith in training, I guess. I'm looking to get my hands on some awesome arcane instruments that'll help the whole town. Wait, are you in a tuner? Like the one in town sometime back? I inquire where, exactly? I don't know. I only heard about it from a partner. Partner? A homunculus with wings. Say, did you happen to see him on your way here? No. Anyway, you look like a mess. Help yourself to anything here. Are you sure? There's a tuner who helped me one time. She asked me to help other tuners if I'm here. She was the one who set up this little camp and left all this stuff here. You know, you remind me of her, that tuner lady. Oh, there's a mantle here you should take. It looks real handy for a tuner. Thank you, and I hope you find your friend. Say, if you see a homunculus with wing, could you help him out if you can? Are you not returning home? It isn't safe outside, especially for one so small. I keep collecting junk, and that's how we survive in the lower stratum. Well then, I'll see you around. The items there may indeed prove useful. And there's also that winged homunculus she mentioned. Aerial jump. Press A in air. The runes described in lilac shoes allows one to jump even while in midair. Hooray, a double jump. Dodge. Well, didn't we already have a dodge? Dodge that before. By performing nimble dash. Okay, this is for dodge attacks. They're going to describe the metal wear to move like undo swift breathe even while they're worn. Oh, aerial dash. And that was Levy. That was Levy. We like Levy, and now we have a quest to go save Yolvin. We don't know Yolvin's name either yet, but that's besides the point. This is post. I can make this however I want. Like, comment, and subscribe. Well, that was Levy, even though I don't think we learned Levy's name in this. And, well, we like Levy here. Levy is good, even though they are just a naive little child. They're just charming. Oh, and then we also get our quest to go find Yolvin, even though we don't know Yolvin's name yet. But this is my video. I can make it however the fuck I want. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And yeah, so let's just move on from that. We have our double jump and our air dash, so there's some movement abilities, even though I have problems with the movement in this game later, but we'll get to that when it's relevant. That was Levy, even though I don't think we learned Levy's name in this, and, well, we like Levy here. Levy is good, even though they are just a naive little child. They're just charming. Oh, and then we also get our... And then we also get our quest to go find Yulvin, even though we don't know Yulvin's name yet, but this is my video, I can make it however the fuck I want. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And yeah, so... and subscribe. And yeah, so, let's just move on from that. We have our double jump and our air dash, so there's some movement abilities, even though I have problems with the movement in this game later, but we'll get to that when it's relevant. Is that necessary? Mildly. What do you mean mildly? Mildly. Levy. Call them Levy. Isn't that Levi? Your mother. What? The fuck you say to me? A lot. Well, that was Levy, even though... Well, that was Levy, even though I don't think we learned Levy's name in this, and, well, we like Levy here. Levy's good, even though they're just a naive little child. They're just charming. And then we also get our quest to go find Yulvin, even though we don't know Yulvin's name yet, but this is my video, I can make it however the fuck I want. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And yeah, so, let's just move on from that. We have our double jump and our air dash, so there's some movement abilities, even though I... Oh, come on, let me do the thing. There we go. Problems with the movement in this game later, but we'll get to that when it's relevant. We have more lore. Hooray, lore. Ashes through the human settlement of Old City. Authorized. Humans prowling the outskirts of Old City pose a threat to human life. Remain alert. Alright, sir. Is that dog okay? Where? Oh, that's dog. Oh, wow, that... Is that metal plating? I think that's, yeah, it's metal plating. Oh, it's fine. Remarkable, I cannot believe the lower stratum remains this populated. How is it that humans live on amidst the thick haze of fumes? Arcane instruments is out. Adam, we'd be honest. Name's Gordon. I'm the resident arcane smith around these derelict parts. I take it the kids in a tuna. Where are your pals? As it so happens, we are presently in search of other tunas, and a way to the upper stratum. Can't say I've spotted any tunas in a while. You wouldn't learn much about the upper stratum down here. What about a homunculus with wings? And about Yulvin from Levy, did you? Yulvin used to keep us safe from the mutants, but that was then. I haven't seen him of late, but there's rumors he's been attacking folks and such. Might be over yonder, down the road. It ain't safe to get close, you hear? Search for the beans homunculus. Doggy. Good doggy. Hopefully we can recruit you later. Go down here and talk to this guy. Hello. A little birdie told me there's a monkey running around wild everywhere. What a mess. No one knows, seeing as I ain't ever getting out of here. What's down here? Tuna. That's what you see often. I wonder when Levy and Yulvin come home. I didn't think I was survive when I fell down here, but the townspeople saved me. Not separated from my little sister, though. I wonder if she's up there. Oh, looking for a little sister, it seems. And a pathway we can't get through. Alright. And that was Gordon, the Australian you want to have a beer with. Arcane instruments, which are just, like, modifiers, more or less. They're tools. We get to use them. Seems like Yulvin's gone insane, so we have to do the same thing we did to Leto to Yulvin. But we gotta find him first, so let's go! And that was Gordon, the short man who you want to have a beer with. Oh wait, the short Australian you want to have a beer with. That was Gordon, the short Australian you want to have a beer with, and he tells us about arcane instruments, which is just our items we have that we can equip to modify ourselves. It's fairly simple. And tells us how Yulvin's been maybe acting a bit strange, and we're gonna have to give him the same treatment we gave to Leto. But we gotta find him first, so let's go. Let's go! Where are we going? I don't know. You're the one with the map. I can't read. What do you mean you can't read? It's a map. I can't read. That was Gordon, the short Australian you want to have a beer with, and he tells us about arcane instruments, which is just our items we have that... Our items we have that we can equip to modify ourselves. It's fairly simple. And tells us... Simple. And tells us how Yolvin's been maybe acting a bit strange, and we're gonna have to give him the same treatment we gave to Leto. But we gotta find him first, so let's go. Let's go. Yahoo! No, you have to be more energetic, buddy. Yahoo! Yahoo! Wow, you really are just a spoiler sport, aren't you? Gordon. Call it Gordon. Gordon Freeman. Now, Half-Life 3.5. Valve trolling the entire world by releasing Half-Life 4. What do you mean Half-Life 4? What the fuck? That was Gordon, the short Australian you want to have a beer with, and he tells us about arcane instruments, which is just our items we have that we can equip to modify ourselves. It's fairly simple. And tells us how Yolvin's been maybe acting a bit strange, and we're gonna have to give him the same treatment we gave to Leto. But we gotta fight him first, so let's go. Oh, I pressed the wrong button. That's right. I can tell you have something on your mind. Let's come out with it. We have a long journey ahead of us. It'd be nice to know your names. My name. You may refer to me however you please. Leto. You may refer to me however you please. Okay, bitch. What the fuck did you call me? Okay, maybe not that. Your turn. Or do you not know? Nola. Call me Nola. Is that really your name? The mocking etched into my arms would suggest as much. Interesting. Dutted letter. This is happy birthday. You said you wanted a new pillow, so I tried to pluck some of your friend's feathers to make one. But you got kind of mad. So I'm gonna have to go and teach me how to make arcane instruments for you instead, buddy. Grandma. It's teaming with him. Lucky lie down there. You take care now. Times like these, you need to make sure you get plenty of rest. Why not take a break on that sofa there? Thanks, Grandma. Grandpa. You there. Have you seen anyone alive outside the city? We'd be long dead if it weren't for the arcane instruments warding off the fumes. Grandpa. Signals are great. I sent some mutants everywhere. Remain alert. Oh, there's a chainsaw. There's a chainsaw. Bonk. Now we know everybody's names. Now we know everybody's names and Levy's motivation. Motivation for everything they do. It's for their sister. Did we ever see Levy's sister? I think the woman in the basement was her mom. I don't remember if we saw Levy's sister. Grandma. Grandpa. Grandma. Just the way I'm saying that is so funny to me. Grandma. Alright, Wow. That is certainly a profile picture. Steam. So now we know everybody's names and Levy's motivation for becoming an arcane smith. Did we ever meet Levy's sister? I do not remember off the top of my head, but we'll find out later, I guess. Well, now we know everybody's names. And we also learned Levy's motivation for the entire part of their plot. Also, did we ever meet Levy's sister? I don't remember off the top of my head. Oh well, I guess we'll find out later. Well, now we know everybody's names. And we also learned Levy's motivation for the entire part of their plot. Also, did we ever meet Levy's sister? I don't remember off the top of my head. Oh well, I guess we'll find out later. Excuse me. File. Export. Call it Levy's sister. Can't take it anymore. A drink before old city folk notice. What we got here? Have a bulletin board. Can't take it anymore. A drink before old city folk notice. What we got here? There's been a bulletin board. There's been an increase in reports of homunculi turning in as retrieving cores is no longer a feasible endeavor. Ensure that you maintain a safe distance. Additionally, while we still suffer a deficit of the tuners, do remain vigilant with reports. Cross the tuning squad. Alright? And user. You're gonna make it here, kid. It ain't safe here either. How about it? Why drink before you kick the bucket? Who the fuck just tells a kid they're gonna die? The dick move. So everything's gone to shit in the town. So everybody's become an alcoholic. Everybody became so the homunculites went mad. And how everybody's an alcoholic. I don't think that's I think that's not causation. I think that's correlation, not causation. Do you think I fucking care? So all the homunculi went mutant. And now all the people are alcoholics. There must be a connection here. I'm pretty sure that's just correlation, not causation. Do you think I fucking care? Why are you yelling at yourself in your own video? Because I can do whatever the fuck I want. Like this, air horn. Directly into the microphone. Here, ups gain to 1000%. So all the homunculi went mutant. And now all the people are alcoholics. 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 Well, bad alcoholism isn't funny. That's why they call it AA. You're supposed to pronounce it. Don't worry, I'll do it myself. Hold on.
Actionable pun detected.
I think that counts as a pun. So all the homunculi went mutant, and now all the people are alcoholics. There must be a connection here. I'm pretty sure that's just correlation, not causation. Do you think I fucking care? People watching this video, making it this far, like, fuck was the point of that? Going in the comments, do you have a mental illness? No, I just know how to bait you. Welcome to Alcoholics. What's the opposite of anonymous? I feel like there's a word for it, but I do not know what it is. I have to zoom in here. It doesn't like zooming in. What's my resources looking at? We're doing fine on all of it, so I don't know. It's just kind of chugging a bit. Oh well. Just how it works. I forgot to put faces on here. Right now we're good. Well, now we know everybody's names, and we also learned Levy's motivation for the entire part of their plot. Also, did we ever meet Levy's sister? I don't remember off the top of my head. Oh well, I guess we'll find out later. Okay. All of them name like Newton, and all the people are alcoholics. There must be a connection here. I'm pretty sure that's just correlation, not causation. Do you think I fucking care? Sanctuary rated. Increases aerial attack damage with 10% arcane instrument. Imparted to Yulvan by friend Levy. It was crafted under the guidance of Master Arcane Smith Gordon. Let's grab Precious Gift. So precious. Why is it here? Oh yeah, yep, Yulvan lost his mind. Right. Imparted to Yulvan by friend Levy. It was crafted under the guidance of Master Arcane Smith Gordon. So we learned that, and I don't think we actually need to talk over that. That must be the winged homunculus Levy mentioned. I swore to protect them. Enemy fall damage. Knocking enemies off 5 places deals additional damage. The longer the fall, the more damage they take. Knocking enemies in the water results in an instant death. Enemies whose break gauge is depleted can be launched, making them prime targets. Alright. Well, that was shorter range than I thought it was. Try dodging. Didn't work. Alright. So, I can get rid of that. I'm going to zoom out now. Okay. So we have 2 deaths. Looks like. Yeah, if I go over here, yeah. Do they not do the fucking mutant second phase for any other boss fight? They did that in the first game. I don't think they did it again either? That's odd. You're all hard with the fucking... Got that there. Backspace. Alright. Move these down. Move them over to each other. Easiest way to do this is to just link. Move this here. Zoom in some more. For other boss fights, it's not going to be as simple. Caladris? The fuck? Yulvan. Caladris? The fuck? Caladris. Why does the name change? The wiki just says also known as Caladris. Why does the name change? Transform, that's the, yeah, combat. Bird of Roman mythology. Caladris was capable of determining the gravity of a person's ailment and drawing the sickness out of them. Okay. Still weird that they only did that weird shit for one fight. Anyways, let's do this. Reset this. Unlink. Set that to half. I'll just throw it over here. 480 should be enough. Unlink, set this to the other half. And X to 480 on the right. And then just 480. There we go. So then when we play this... Tried dodging, didn't work. There we go. I'm not gonna fucking layer the audio, I'm just gonna layer the fucking visuals. Tried dodging, didn't work. And they should all roughly line up because I went with the fade to black. That's not just the clip ending, that's the actual fade. Like, you can tell it's a bit different, but generally these are roughly synced up, so it should look fine. Just zoom out, make sure I'm not about to fuck shit up. Alright, Yolvin fight. Fucking quick body horror art. Everyone's tripping me up. Fucking like body horror art. Everyone's tripping me up. Everyone's tripping me up. Kind of analyzing the eye flashes, trying to find patterns. Heal because it's phase 2. Alright, so I'll talk about Yolvin all then, because I can just edit the audio a bit. Alright, the phase 1 of Yolvin fight, which is just Yolvin, it's fairly easy. I don't think it's all that readable when it comes to if he fires 1 shot or the 3 shot. He warps away for the sweep across, and like, it's a fairly simple, easy fight. You just gotta do your dodging, which is, at this pace, fairly reasonable for what the game asks you to. And then, for the Caladris, let me just say one thing. Why is it that, like, only one boss fight in both of these games, as far as I remember off the top of my head, have a monstrous phase 2? Like, the first boss fight in the first game, and now this boss fight in this game. It's strange, I don't know why they didn't do it more. It looks amazing. Anyway, the actual fight, and then we'll analyze the Caladris fight. If I can find the Caladris fight. Motherfucker, you dodge. There we go. Caladris fight kind of picks up the pace with you're needing to dodge and reaction, so just kind of getting you warmed up for what you're going to need for the later boss fights. Other than that, fairly easily readable and fair. What was the last thing I said here? Looks amazing. Anyway, the actual fight. It does ramp up a bit, so you're more focused on dodging, but I believe it's kind of trying to set you up for the later fights where you're going now to be doing a whole lot more tight dodging. Other than that, everything is fairly readable, fairly easy enough, and it's not too punishing overall. That should work. more or less. That should work. Why are you clapping? Clap, clap. The phase 1 of Yolvin fight, which is just Yolvin, it's fairly easy. I don't... my arms. I think my legs would be hurting more, but my arms are not. My arms have been upset for a few days. I don't know why. Yolvin, it's fairly easy. I don't think it's all that readable when it comes to if he fires 1 shot or the 3 shot. He warps away from shot. He warps away for the sweep across, and like, it's a fairly simple. And like, it's a fairly simple, easy fight. You just gotta do your dodging, which is at this pace. Fairly reasonable for what the game asks you to. And then for the Calidrus, excuse me. Oh, what the fuck? I had a hand. There it is. Audacity, I swear. And then for the Calidrus, let me just say. Let me just say one thing. Why is it that, like, only one boss... It is oddly weird how only one boss, at least as far as I remember, has, like, a monstrous second form in both games. Like, why is it that, like, only one boss fight in both of these games, as far as I remember off the top of my head, have a monstrous... Like, there are other phase 2s in this game, but they don't go big evil monster. They just go slightly adjusted sprite. In my head. Have a monstrous phase 2. Like, the first boss fight in the first game, and now this boss fight in this game. It's strange. I don't know why they didn't do it more. Looks amazing. Anyway, the actual fight. Then, yoink this over here. Mr. Yoinky Sploinky, I presume. Who? Who the fuck are you talking about? You know, Mr. Yoinky Sploinky. Is this a masturbation joke? No, it says here on the registry. Where the fuck did you get that paper? From the front desk. There is no front desk. This is an outhouse. Now shut the door, I'm taking a dump. Actual fight, it does ramp up a bit so you're more focused on dodging, but I believe it's kind of trying to set you up for the later fights where you're going now to be doing a whole lot more tight dodging. Other than that, everything is fairly readable, fairly easy enough, and it's not too punishing overall. Yolvin fight. Yeah. Yes. Are you yassing? Yas. I don't know why he's yassing. Somebody help. And then we just plonk that there. Why are you doing a fart noise? Fart noise! You don't got a fart noise. Fart noise! I said fart noise! Shut up! The phase 1 of Yolvin fight, which is just Yolvin, it's fairly easy. I don't think it's all that readable when it comes to if he fires 1 shot or the sheer. All of that. It's fairly easy. I think it's all of that readable when it comes to if he fires 1 shot or the 3 shot. He warps away for the sweep across, and like, it's a fairly simple, easy fight. You just gotta do your dodging, which is at this pace fairly reasonable for what the game asks you to. And then for the Calidrus, let me just say one thing. Why is it? Yeah, thing. Why is it that like only one boss fight in both of these games, as far as I remember off the top of my head, have a monstrous phase 2? Like the first boss game and now this boss fight in this game. It's strange. I don't know why they didn't do it more. What's amazing? Anyway, the actual why is it that like only one boss fight in both of these games, as far as I remember, they're off System 8 games, as far as I remember off the top of my head, have like monstrous phase 2. Like the first boss fight in the first game and now this boss fight in this game. It's strange. I don't know why they didn't do it more. What's amazing? Anyway, the actual fight, it does ramp up a bit so you're more focused on dodging, but I believe it's kind of trying to set you up for the later fights where you're going to be doing a whole lot more tight dodging. Other than that, everything is fairly readable, fairly easy enough, and it's not too punishing overall. Probably merge these two. That's right. I lost myself to the fumes. Needless to say, he must have escaped the central stratum. The growth present in his wings, I can't remove it. If you want to thank someone, she's the one who found you. Those two sisters, look after them. You won't ever leave me, will you? Yeah, I promise. Oh yeah, I think Levy's sister died. I'm a fucking idiot. I nearly broke another promise. Thanks. I mean, you're dead. We met Levy. She asked us to help. Here I thought she needed me. Looks like I had it backwards. Fortunately, I still can't remember much from after I lost consciousness. If you're looking for other tunas, though, I checked the sealed off Metasite mine. Let's go see Gordon at Old City Market. I'm sure he'd be willing to help. Now that the timer, the switch is broken again. Nope, we're good. I got poop, so it might be a bit longer. Stomach. Pulp. Where were we? Right, Levy's sister died. I forgot that part, obviously. Building pressure ability. The experimental monkeys escaped to Old City from a biological research facility in Central Training. Experiments involving animal fusion were conducted on Yolden by renowned monkeys researcher who fled a neighboring country that is no more. Pressure ability continuously. But homunculus just lost it. Can't trust those damn things. Ways of sorcerer. It is imperative we find the land of origin. The magic of this nation will not last forever, assuming we don't succumb to the blight first. We have successfully proven our theories around the application of magic in replacing, replicating, and even creating artificial life from nothing. This is our only hope now. Our only hope. Yeah. Well, there's the blight mentioned. The blight was in the first game. Right, Levy's sister died. Also, blatant foreshadowing for what's going to come later. Oh right, Levy's sister died. Oops. Anyways, me eating my own fucking tongue. Oh right, Levy's sister died. Oops. Anyways, blatant foreshadowing for what comes later in the game, but we'll get to that eventually. That's right, the horse's name was Sunday. Oh right, Levy's sister died. Oops. Anyways, blatant for... That oops did not come across at all. I'm just gonna add a pause. I'm gonna be like, Levy's sister died. Anyways, blatant foreshadowing for what comes later in the game, but we'll get to that eventually. Cut off the end, give the sister died. Anyways, blatant foreshadowing for what comes later in the game, but we'll get to that eventually. File, export. She died. Whew. Can I preview it in here? No, that's odd. I can see the preview, but I... I can kind of see it now, but... hello. Ah, shit's weird. Oh, right. Levy's sister died. I have a sad image, right? Yeah, sad. Oh, right. Levy's sister died. Anyways, blatant foreshadowing for what comes later in the game, but we'll get to that eventually. Oh. Well, B, you brought Yolden back. You must be one of the tuner kid. Grab a voice I use for him. Yeah, my thanks. Then it'll be downright giddy. Yeah, I suppose you should have this. Lower Stratum key. The key that unlocks the magic gates found around Lower Stratum. Lower Stratum teams with hazard stones. The resistance of Lower and Central Stratum are not permitted entry. What is it? Magic mines. The shattered steeple. The key legend. At your own risk. And there's my homunculus, man's best friend. His name's Hottie. Hey, Hottie. So we were up in the Central Stratum back in the day, till I painted a target on my back, that is. Hottie saved my skin back then, as reliable as they come. So cute. I thought you'd be out seeing the world and racing away with an old fool like me, Pop. What do you say, kid? You'd be doing us both a favor. Fast travel! Press mouse, open menu, select a respite from the matching. Hey, team travel to the respite you previously visited. Fast travel, yeah, you just told me how fast travel works. One more thing. Whenever you've got materials on you, stop by this here craft dory. I'm not gangsmith after all, I figure I could do you some good. Craftery, where you buy things. As opposed to the Craptery, otherwise known as Timu. What do you mean, otherwise known as Timu? What the fuck is that supposed to mean? Oh, we learned a little bit about Gordon there. What did we hear? Subterranean labor is as long as Magite yet glimmers, toils as though their future depends upon it, or it is in your hands at melee foundation or house mills. Squad leader, finding unit, break time. Do that in. Yet glimmers, toils. Right, see that, there we go. Too long to read this, just keep mining, just keep doing it. For it is what you must do, for you are a slave. Why? Do you have a why for that statement, or just the thing the brain does? What have we here? Subterranean laborers go as long as Magite yet glimmers, toils as though their future depends upon it, or it is in your hands at melee foundation or house mills. Squad leader, finding units, break time. Right, see that, there we go. Too long to read this, just keep mining, just keep doing it. For it is what you must do, for you are a slave. Why do you know so many people go by a nickname of Twink? That's oddly specific. Helix crystal recovers 3% HP each time an enemy is defeated, and their core is used with a chunk of max sight, causing an uncanny reaction. Remains of... Because unless they are a Twink, it's strange. The soul must contain within the inner core yearns to return to life, and the Magicite responds to the mortal longing, transforming in the process. That's a nice equip. You see, that's when you explode. Okay, then that makes a whole lot more sense. That's this way. Alright, so... learn a bit more about Gordon. Learn a bit more about Gordon. Fucking slavery. Slavery for House Millis. Yeah. Don't know what to tell you there. T. And then,
Bitches love cannons!
yes, cannons. We learn how... I think I have too much hair to qualify as a twink. I am rather lightweight. So we learn a bit more about Gordon. So we have a little bit of foreshadowing on Gordon, and then just slavery, the note, and then how souls can interact with Magicite when after they've been put inside homunculus cores. Interesting world building. I'm not shaving my damn legs. I got no reason to do that. I wear pants everywhere. No. My pants are loose. My pants are not tight-fitting. I don't notice my hair inside while I'm wearing my pants. I wear fucking carpenter jeans. Gordon, slavery, the note. Slavery for House Millis. And then we learn, we get a bit of world building about how souls can interact with Magicite. Very nice, very neat. We get a little peer into Gordon's past, foreshadowing for learning more stuff later. And then, of course, just slavery, the note, you know, for House Millis, because capitalism or something. I don't know. Does this place have money? Anyways, and then we get a bit of world building with how souls from the homunculus inert cores can fuse with magicite. It's just how... It's just world building. I don't know what else you want from me. Yeah, I know I'm boring. You're not wrong. I am a simple man who wishes to live a simple life. Why would I buy Hello Kitty PJs? Why would I do that when my regular pajamas work just fine? And the only people who see me in my pajamas are the people in my house. T, I'm single. We get a little peer into Gordon's past, foreshadowing for learning more stuff later. And then, of course, just slavery, the note, you know, for House Millis, because capitalism or something. Oh. I think we have a sad Sheetsy emote. I don't know if we... Wait, do we have a sad? I forget if we have sad. No, we have mad. We don't have a sad. Yep, sounds about right. Sure do a good job at hitting the nail on the head. You should become a carpenter. Hey, T. T, how's that going for you? It's probably going about the same for me in that department. Because capitalism or something? I don't know. Does this place have money? Anyways. Don't think I've tried. Is that a goose outside? I could have sworn I just heard a goose honk. Have money. Anyways, and then we get a bit of world building with how souls from the homunculus inert cores can fuse with magicite. It's just how... Not the goose on the walls. We already have rats who like to eat power cords. Cores can fuse with magicite. It's just how... It's just world building. I don't know what else you want from me. You came here for critical analysis. You came to the wrong channel. This is my hobby, not... Gee, I don't think you fit in the walls. Like, people always say I'm in your walls. Just like, a better one would be I'm in your basement. Do you know how thin walls actually are? I don't even think we have the pink insulation. I think our... I don't know what color our insulation is. Dad won't let me up in the attic. I'm gonna add a bit to this audio here. This isn't a clinical analysis channel. This is me fucking about because I want to. Yeah, I live with my parents because rent is expensive, and they don't charge me rent, and they haven't kicked me out yet, so... Been trying to save for a house. Like, this isn't a clinical analysis channel, this is me fucking about because I want to. Hey T, do me a favor, define chud. Do. What? I was wondering if you'd go for the... Look, it's not like I couldn't pay rent, I just don't because they don't charge me. They're within all their rights to charge me. I wouldn't argue with them if they were like, alright, $500. Chud is a word people use as just a generic insult with no actual meaning. So it's a derogatory term without a specificity. So it's just something you call someone to make them upset. We get a little peer into the Gordon's past, foreshadowing for learning more stuff later. And of course just slavery, the note, you know, for House Millis, because capitalism or something, I don't know. Place have money. Anyways. And then we get a bit of world building with how souls from the homunculus inner core is confused with magicite, just how it's just world building. I don't know what else you want from me. This isn't a clinical analysis channel. This is me fucking about because I want to. Or fuck from me. This isn't... What the happy here? In a clinical analysis channel. This is me fucking about because I want to. No, T, that's pattern recognition. There's a difference between knowing a book definition and seeing how other people use it. What we got here? Writing etched in the wall, there's something wrong in the mines. There's a fucking Chud song? What the fuck? As if everyone has gotten mad. They dig for magicite as if their lives depended on it. Is it because of the fumes? Maybe I've gone crazy too. Or maybe I always was. Like, I didn't even pay attention to this. Writing etched in the wall, there's something wrong in the mines. It's as if everyone has gotten mad. They dig for magicite as if their lives depended on it. Is it because of the fumes? Maybe I've gone crazy too. Or maybe I always was. What are you all playing at? Playing up us now, after everything we put your kind through. What the hell did you do? That's a big boy over there. Oh, that'd be fun. Is it because of the noxious gas that makes people go crazy? Maybe that's why everybody's crazy. Am I crazy? Did this guy just commit a racism? Next time on Dragon Ball Z Kai. Could the fumes that make people crazy made everyone go crazy? Did this guy commit a racism? Next time on Dragon Ball Z Kai. The fumes that make people crazy. Is that why people went crazy? Huh. Did this guy commit racism in the past? Huh. Next time on Dragon Ball Z Kai. Of course there's more to it, but you can't remember. Alright. I don't play League that much. I mainly only played on Friday. I also don't do rank. That's where the real no League lifers go. The fumes that make people crazy. Is that why people went? Meanwhile, my main mod, I'm sorry. Is that why people went crazy? Huh. Did this guy commit racism in the past? Huh. Next time on Dragon Ball Z Kai. I don't do ranked. I don't play League that much. Like, literally all I do for League is the Friday streams. Do. Okay, but ranked is where the real League no-lifers go. Just how League works. But I don't do ranked T. I also don't play League for several hours a day. I play for several hours a week on one day. Maybe a few other times here and there on not stream days. But I feel like it. Which I usually don't, because League is a shit game. I don't know why I keep playing it. Right, because there's nothing else that would give me the content farm. The fumes that make people crazy. Is that why people went crazy? Huh. Did this guy commit racism in the past? Huh. Next time, I'll drink Ball Z Cock. Okay, let's do a typewriter. There we go, that helps. What we got going on here? Harnish tag reduces damage taken from enemies by 10%. Proof of occupation worn by the homunculi working for the magic site mines. Fumes pervade much of the forbidden area, even homunculi with greater resistance to magic are not impervious to them. Okay. Well, the fumes can get in everything. Alright, the fumes will wear down all things, like rain and the mountains. That tells us the fumes will wear down all things, like rain and the mountains. Is that a necessary line I need to put in here? No? Am I putting it in here anyways? Yes! Call it rain. That tells us the fumes will wear down all things, like rain in the mountains. Haven't seen you before. I got, Vtuber that mutant. The person does not know you either. You're lucky to be alive, you know. Those old buddies didn't make it. You're hot. What are you doing here? The grand lift in Old City isn't working. The one that leads up to the central stratum. My buddies are fixing its magic supply, and I'm down here gathering magicite. It's powered. Oh, there's this garden of flowers further in the mutant there. I barely made it out. The mutant in the garden of flowers. You thinking of checking it out? Yes. In that case, am I taking my homunculus with you? Are you sure? State I'm in, I wouldn't last long if I tried to go up against the blight down here. There must be these thick fumes. That's why the blight's spreading so quickly. Take good care of it, okay? I'm gonna go help the others. Bird. An owl? Who? One of us is possessed by an owl. Why? Why would you think that? Moonin. Yeah, I was familiar. My that scouts belong to the Attuner Heath. Long ago, sorcerers would often employ owl familiars as messengers. Since the decline of the House Frost sorcerers, however, they have been replaced with homunculi. Okay. We'll head back to Old City to help with the lift. Good luck down here. So, people have been dying down here. Magicite is the equivalent of coal. Got it. Oop. Zoom out here. Well, a lot of people have been dying, and now coal, so magicite is more or less magical coal, which can power all things. Got it, got it. And foreshadowing for a boss up ahead. Very nice. So yeah, but down here is very dangerous. A lot of people have died. We learned magicite is basically just magic coal. It powers all things. Got it, got it. Foreshadowing for a boss that's about to come up here soon and kick my fucking ass. So yeah, but down here is very dangerous. A lot of people have died. We learned magicite is basically just magic coal. It powers all things. Got it, got it. Foreshadowing Excuse me. Got it? Foreshadowing for a boss that's about to come up here soon and kick my fucking ass. Well, export. Not gonna talk about the owls? Who? So yeah, the down here is very dangerous. A lot of people have died. We learned Magicite is basically just magic coal. It powers all things. Got it, got it. Foreshadowing for a boss that's about to come up here soon and kick my fucking ass. Oh my god. We are prohibited from harming humans, and yet... What am I to do now? I'm no longer employed. No, do not like it. Please accept this as a token of apology. Experimental amplifier components that can be used to unlock and enhance abilities. Advice to the army. I think I decided to cut that fight because it's not like the big boss fight. Multiply. Stable of augmenting arcane instruments and can be used to fighting modulus magic. Work. Must find work. I cut the boss fight because I found it uninteresting and... Notification of restricted areas. Residents of the Lower Strand are strictly prohibited from entering the Magicite mine. The theft of magical material results in prosecution. Furthermore, due to an increase in miners failing to return from the second stratum of the crystalline realm, the area will be cordoned off. Interesting. That's a big boy. Have you realized I can't fucking read half the time anymore? Also, I cut that boss fight because, I just did not find it worth it keeping in the video. It seems everything just got progressively worse as time went on, as it seems to have always done. Yes, I am functionally illiterate at times. Anyways, I cut the mini boss fight because it felt like a mini boss and not an actual boss fight. And then the note, just like, everything's just getting worse, so we gotta do stuff about it. It just, that's how it is. I don't know what else to tell you. Try that again. Oh, brain stopped. Yeah, have you realized I'm functionally illiterate at times? Anyways, I cut the mini-boss fight because it was a mini-boss, and I just didn't feel like it was worth the actual go-through of it. And then the note just kind of stating everything getting progressively worse, as obviously, because goddamn, look at where we're at now. Yeah, have you realized I'm functionally illiterate at times? Anyways, I cut the mini-boss fight because it was a mini-boss, and I just didn't feel like it was worth the actual go-through of it. And then the note just kind of yawn. One order is a Popeye chicken. Now, why would I want that? Because Popeye's chicken. Well, it is good chicken, but it's also expensive. Through of it, and then the note just kind of stating everything getting progressively worse, as obviously, because goddamn, look at where we're at now. Oh, itchy. Yeah, have you realized I'm functionally illiterate at times? Did you get the disappointed face for this? Yeah. Have you realized I'm functionally illiterate at times? Yeah. Guess no, yeah. Anyways, I cut the mini boss fight because it was a mini boss and I just didn't feel like it was worth the actual go through with it. And then the note just kind of stating everything getting progressively worse, as obviously, because goddamn, look at where we're at now. Progressively worse, as obviously, because goddamn, look at where we're at now. We were talking about. Are these homunculi graves? I can hear the cries of my friends. My friends. And that's when the boss fight happens. Let's zoom out. I know there's a fuckload of deaths. Yeah. And there's the actual fight. It's gonna be annoying. I died so many fucking times here. Alright, how many clips do I have selected? I think it can. Don't think it'll tell me. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. I have 20. There's a Sheetsy at the disco. Okay, 20, so 4 down by 5. What would be the ratios for that? That'd be 0.2 and 0.25. Out of all these, which has the best audio? My bad. Should have healed. I was kind of stuck in a small corner. Yeah. Oh, that's nice. That's not how biology works, T. I tried to dodge. It wasn't. I'm just bad at dodging. I want to reset. Is the screen flashed to black? Damn it. Hey. Feels. Damn it. Those fire pillars are like kinda hard to see. There's fiction. There's fiction. Fine, we're getting an abortion. I was doing something else. Damn it. Right, that. Brought up. I have the habit of dashing with the flame. Damn it. You're allowing me to dodge. It's. Where am I? I dashed to the right and. Damn it. Alright, well, the odds are gonna hit here in a second. I was kind of stuck in a small corner. I think I like that one for the audio the best, so... goth fetishization. I get why people do it, but I feel bad for the actual goth people. I'm trying to figure out how I want to do this. So, this one, let's double that. That's 700, 768, negative 768. And this one, just regular 384. I'll realign all these once we get the positioning. And this was 768. Those all go across, and now I need the verticality. Oh, well, alright. Let's spread these out a bit. Because they're not all technically the same length. Okay, so this is negative 768, which puts it there. Oh, right. I'm going to have to actually adjust the regular ones as well. Because 4, because if it that, yeah, because that's not a line. There's no center. The top of the thing's the center, so what I need to do is lower this. .405. And this clip needs to be lowered to be on top of it. Negative 135. Well, it should technically all be in the right spot. Let's get these kind of set up. I will compress this all down into a compound clip. Alright, so no. The whole thing, please. Thank you. There we go. Then I imagine this is going to be 135. No, not one. And this one is going to be 405. There we go. Let's copy, actually. There we go. There's paste attributes. Position. No, no, no. I want position X and Y, not absolute. Fuck. Alright. Cancel. Because I can paste individual zoom, I can't do individual position, which is strange, and I feel like you should be able to. But DaVinci has better things to worry about, I guess. Cool. So we had, like, garlic bread today as a part of dinner. For some reason, it was spicy. I don't know why it was spicy. It came out of a box. So, I don't know what my family did to it. These are all correct because they don't need to be moved. All right. Now, these should all just be individualized, so I'm going to grab the base clip. We're just going to align everything to the right. I'm sure there are dumber ways to do this, but there are dumber ways and smarter ways. I have to zoom in because it's not wanting to align. One's also not lined to a line. So just extend every clip out to here. I was kind of stuck in a small corner. What is the one in the bottom left here? Corner. A small corner. I was kind of stuck in a small corner. All fades to black. Alright. Select all of it. New compound clip. A Garm. Bite. And create. And now instead of having 20 things stacked on the timeline, why is that there? Crazy idea. So throw that in the master bin. T, we went over this the last time. What would I replace League with? I need something for content, T. That's why I play League. To make videos. I am not playing fucking Roblox. Alright, so this should just go... chugged a bit because... I was kind of stuck in a small corner. Yeah, but it's also fucking Roblox. On League, I don't have to deal with small children. At least I don't realize they're fucking small children. We have the Garum boss fight. I believe I should make notes for this. I've tried speedrunning. I don't like speedrunning. I do not have the fucking capability to speedrun. Not well, at least. Like, I was able to do the fucking Pantheon of Hollow Nest, but I don't want to fucking speedrun shit. I just don't. Speedrunning is a competitive thing. League is very casual to me. Even though it's a competitive game, I don't do ranked. I just fuck about and have fun. The window's already open, right? Yeah. How far open is that window? Sure, that's what they all say. Yeah, the window's open all the way. Go. Let's get warm in here from the PC. What's the fan set to? I'll leave it there. Right, notepad. Hey, beep, 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 beep. The Garum fight. So let's look at the Garum fight here.
Bitches love.
Oh, that was... I thought that was you.
Bitches love cannons.
T, I use the art on League to fill time during the queues. T, that's not content. That's just me drawing. That's not videos. That's not... It does not translate to the shit I like to make. It is a different type of content. You're not under the fucking umbrella of shit I like to do. Yes, they do. Are you over there? It also has just weird choices in what it does. Sometimes it'll jump dash to me. Breakdown. Ugh. G, if you can hear me, if you didn't leave, why are you trying to get me to switch off of League? Why? stuck in here. I'll be watching the fight at regular speed. So Garmin has 3 phases. So let's go over each phase. I think I should start off this with the complaint. With this fight is that despite the blue cloak. And why do I... Well, it kind of just melds into the background for me. Yes, they do. I think it just has the kick, the jump over there. It also has just weird choices in... So I think he just has the kick if you get too close, and then the jump fire, which the AI will use as a positioning tool. Oh, there goes the tinnitus. Jump over, dash through. It does. And then phase 2, weird choices in what it does. Phase 2 instantly begins with these rocks, which jump dash to me. Is rather random. The rocks, which is rather random and I don't like, because you can just sometimes get into a fucked situation. Into a you're fucked situation. Rock grill. Just I'm stuck in here. Then I'll do the same flame wall without jumping. Jeez. It's fucking nighttime. Why the fuck is your car so loud? So now, after a jump, he has a pillar of fire, which both grants him immunity and throws rocks in the air. The worst part is that it can be invincible when it does certain attacks. Grants him immunity. I think that's all the new attacks. There we go. Almost swapped that again. Oh well. Fuck. That's gonna be hard at times. I realize that I will still I think for a different fight. I think for the witch lady is when we can talk about how there is no... They have this parry system with the carapaces. Carapaci? Whatever. But they don't use it because it's just the dodge and you have to have neutral. It feels very limiting. This game is slow. Slow paced. Let me hit Z to realign all this. I still love this idea. I was kind of stuck in a small corner. Alright, let's get the audio recorded. A complaint I have with just this fight in particular is that despite the blue cloak and the black outfit, Lilac just kind of melds into the background for me because it's all white. I don't know what it is. My brain is just... bleh. Anyways, phase 1, it's simple enough. It's just a kick if you're too close and a jump with a fire wave that you can either jump over or dash through. Easy enough. Phase 2, of course, gets a bit faster. Starts off with a rock drill, which I don't like, because it's RNG and it can just lead you into a you're fucked scenario. And it also just grants him immunity, which is just something I generally don't like in games like this. And then he can summon the flame wall without jumping. Phase 3, his jump now adds a pillar of fire and also immunity. And it throws rocks into the air, which are more predictable, but also annoying. Trust me, I died a few times on those, I believe. We'll check the clip again, I don't know. Garm is also where I start to see flaws in how this game works, because it's where I realize that the dash animation does not match up with the iframes it provides. So Lilac will be moving forwards, leaned forward, but take damage. And this is just a regular issue I have with the regular boss fights. And, but hey, pretty alright boss fight once I got the hang of it. How long did I up? A whole minute. Minute and a half-ish. A complaint I have with just this fight in particular is that despite the blue cloak and the black outfit, Lilac just kind of melds into the background for me because it's all white. I don't know what it is. My brain is just bleh. Anyways. Just bleh. Anyways, phase 1, it's simple enough. It's just a kick if you're too close and a jump with a fire wave that you can either jump over or dash through. Easy enough. Phase 2, of course. Anyways, phase 1, it's simple enough. It's just a kick. Oh, my brain is just being stupid to me. Easy enough. Phase 2, of course, gets a bit faster. Starts off with a rock drill, which I don't like, because it's RNG and it can just lead you into a you're fucked scenario, and it also just grants him immunity, which is just something I generally don't like in games like this. And then he can summon the flame wall. And then he can summon the flame wall without jumping. Phase 3, his jump now. Without jumping. Phase 3, his jump now adds a pillar of fire and also immunity. And it throws rocks into the air, which are more predictable, but also annoying. Trust me, I died a few times on those, I believe. We'll check the clip again, I don't know. Garb. Gorsh. I don't know. Garm is also where I start to see flaws in how this game works, because it's where I realize that the dash animation does not match up with the iframes it provides. So Lilac will be moving forwards, lean forward, but take damage. And this is just a regular issue I have with the regular boss fights. And but hey, pretty alright boss fight once I got the hang of it. Oh, Mr. R9, how's it going? But hey, pretty alright boss fight once I got the hang of it. I'll export Garm fight. And here's your bookie. Enjoy the show. Thank you for that follow, Mr. R9. We don't do this too often. We finished the game, so we're just editing our my time with, and okay, bye. Or my time with, and then we'll do funny moments after we finish these episodes up. Take us a while. We're 30 minutes of about 23 hours, so still a lot to go. A complaint I have with just this. I'm gonna get the disappointed face for the beginning here. A complaint I have with just this fight in particular is that despite the blue cloak and the black outfit, Lilac did cut. Brain melds into the background for me because it's all white. I don't know what it is. My brain is just bleh. Anyways. It's simple enough. It's just a kick if you're too close and a jump with a fire wave that you can either jump over or dash through. Easy enough. Phase 2, of course, gets into the desert. Starts off with a rock drill. Disappointed again. I don't like, because it's RNG and can just lead you into a you're fucked scenario. And it also just grants an immunity, which is just something I generally don't like in games like this. And then you can summon Elf, but it must summon the flame wall without jumping. Phase 3, the jump now adds a pillar of fire and also immunity. It throws rocks into the air, which are more predictable, but also annoying. Trust me, I've died a few times on those, I believe. We'll check the clip again now. Garm is also where I start to see flaws in how this game works. Because it's works. I realize that the dash animation does not match up with the iframes it provides, so Lilac will be moving forwards, lean forward, once take damage. And this is just a regular issue I have with the regular boss fights. And but regular boss fight, once I got the hang of it. This is just a regular issue I have with the regular boss fights. And but regular boss fight, once I got the hang of it. Alright. Garm fight taken care of. We got some lore bits here. Move this up. Fudge. Why is there no audio in here? It isn't safe here. Townsfolk aren't allowed. Thank you for saving me. Homunculus or not, you shouldn't go too deep into the lower stratum. If you find yourself in danger, look for the untainted white flowers. My memory isn't good. I wonder if I'll be able to remember. Here, take this flower necklace. Wear it, and you won't forget. If you're ever in trouble, I'll come find you where the flowers bloom. Text is a bit too fast. In my opinion, homunculi work for humans. But now, work to help and protect my friends. I want to help the homunculi too. Please, lend me your strength. Garm's on stake. Dive while airborne. The Garm. Dive through growths on the floor will open his path, causing damage to enemies in your way, destroying their parts. Very one size more powerful. Dive. Down and Y. It's just explaining. Just explaining that bullshit, how it works. For one size more powerful. Dive. Please, leave me be. I feel liberated, even though I no longer have a purpose. Alright. What do we got here? I find amplifier. Alright, there's more components. Let's open this door. Oh no, goblins. If Levy isn't in town, she must have gone out by herself again. Maybe she's still looking for her partner. We keep an eye on her when she was out looking for junk, but then she began sneaking off by herself. She knows to cut and run if she comes across any mutants, but she's still just a kid. So she's not the only one. They're talking about you. Precious memories must be treasured. Can't lose them. If forget, remember again. I'll always be by your side. Once heard this from a tuner in Old City. Fumes from Lower Sanctum have seeped so deeply into the cores that their souls of so many mutants, even tuners dare not approach them. Countless homunculi have turned mutant in this manner. I doubt we'll be able to save them all. Well, the fumes get into seep so... So, the fumes corrupt the cores, which is the souls, to such a degree that even the tuners don't want to fuck with that shit. Souls of so many mutants, even the tuners dare not approach them. Countless homunculi have turned mutant in this manner. I doubt we'll be able to save them all. And then I think that, yeah, we have a good gap here that we can go over everything that was yapped about here. So Garm has come across this lady in blue that we've seen before with Lilac. We don't know what her deal is yet. And he just wants to help people. He just wants to help his friends. Our friends are concerned for us because we are a child. Obviously. Garm doing his best to remember, as one must do. Let me get a drink. Swear to God, you text somebody back like 2 minutes after they text you, and then it's just dead silent for hours. Like, what the fuck? I thought we were trying to plan something. People. Tuna. And then we have the thing about the So we have Garm, you take this flower, you will forget. You haven't how about you it's best. I mean, what's like workman's? I won't help. Won't help. Well, it's me. It doesn't say there. Townsfolk aren't allowed. Well, Garm came across the lady with the blue cloak. We'll figure out her deal later. But now he was burying his friends. He wanted to help his friends. He buried those who had fallen. And of course, our friends are worried for us because we're just a child. Garb doing his best to remember, as one must do. And then just how homunculi get so corrupted that not even the tuners want to try and save them because they're just complete fucking monsters. So Garm came across the lady with the blue cloak who looks a lot like Lilac. Gee, I wonder why. We'll figure that out later. And then, yeah, he just helps his friends, buries the ones who have fallen. And then, our friends are worried about us because, well, we're just a child doing a lot of stuff a child shouldn't be doing. Garm's doing his best to remember everything, as one must do. And then we get a little lore bit from Nola about how the fumes have corrupted some homunculi to such a degree that the attuners don't even want to try and fix them because they're just so crazy and too far gone. I had to pause because I forgot. I forgore. Hold on. There we go. The Garm came across the lady with the blue cloak who looks a lot like Lilac. Gee, I wonder why. We'll figure that out later. And then the fuck is going on outside? I think somebody needs to replace their brakes later. And then, yeah, he just helps his friends, buries the ones who have fallen. And then, our friends are worried about us. And then, our friends are worried about us because, well, we're just a child doing a lot of stuff a child shouldn't be doing. Garb's doing his best. Garb's doing his best to remember everything, as one must do. And then we get a little whole pause out. Then we get a little lore bit from Nola about how the fumes have corrupted some homunculi to such a degree that the attuners don't even want to try and fix them because they're just so crazy and too far gone. Postgarm. I call it postgarm. The dogs are barking. The dogs, they're barking. Alright, what do we got for lore bits here? I need to put a face on this. The Garm came across the lady with the blue cloak who looks a lot like Lila, actually. I wonder why. We'll figure that out later. And then, he just helps his friends. Barry's the ones who have fallen. And our friends are worried about us because, well, we're just a child doing a lot of stuff a child shouldn't be doing. Garm's doing his... Which steps in which is wrong. No, what are you doing? No. Garm's doing his best to remember everything, as one must do. Then we get a little lore bit from Nola about how the fumes have corrupted some homunculi to such a degree that the attuners don't even want to try and fix them because they're just so crazy and too far gone. Grimoire unlocks new items that can be forged at crafteries. Excerpt from a Houseman's Grimoire. Contains plans for arcane instruments, okay? Also, hey, buddy. Hey, you been taking care of Moonin for me? Like I said before, you're gonna need the Grand Lift in Old City working again before we can access Central Stratum. Things would be a lot easier if we could find the Chief of Tuner. Oh, that's a quest. Oh boy, Chief of Tuner. My name is Drowned. The Tuna came to my aid. All of us were cast aside. She understood how it felt. Interesting. Foreshadowing. A corroded warning sign. Do not dispose of homunculi in the waterway. Homunculi of dubious nature have been sighted. Turning back is recommended. Milious homunculus guard corpse. Alright. So, the corroded sign here, I feel like, kind of shows how humans feel about homunculi, how they're not really treated as people. Granted, I guess you could throw a regular corpse in the waterway. I think this corroded sign really kind of shows how humans in this world were actually treating homunculi, because dispose of is a term I don't think you would use for a human body if you were to just chuck it in a waterway. Also, it's also a weird sign. Don't dispose of homunculi here. Other homunculi have been here. What are they, cannibals or something? Something about cannibals. Cannibal Lecter? It's Hannibal Lecter. This corroded sign really kind of shows how humans in this world were this corroded sign. An audio died on me doing that. Let's try that again. Move the microphone back a tad. I feel like this corroded sign really kind of shows how people were treating homunculi in this world, because dispose of is not really a term you would use for a human body, even if you just chucked it into a waterway. So yeah, they're not people, they're things. That's how I'm interpreting this. Also, kind of weird how it just warns you to be dubious homunculi have been spotted here. So, are they cannibals or something? I don't know. Ugh. I need to check something. Back to that later. I feel like this corroded sign really kind of shows how people were treating homunculi in this world, because dispose of is not really a term you would use for a human body, even if you just chucked it into a waterway. Waterway. So yeah, they're not people, they're things. That's how I'm interpreting this. Also, kind of weird how it just warns you to be dubious homunculi have been spotted here. So, are they cannibals or something? I don't know. Are they cannibals? No, you just lack critical reading skills. Okay. Call it corroded sign. Alright. in the audio. Crank this over. I feel like this road sign really kind of shows how people were treating homunculi in this world, because dispose of is not really a term you would use for a human body, even if you just chucked it into a waterway. So yeah, they're not people, I think. That's how I'm interpreting this. Also kind of weird how it warns you to be interpreting this. Oh. Come on, you can give me one. Oh. Also kind of weird how it just warns you to be something like spotted here. So are they cannibals or something? I don't know. Alright, what do we got for lore? More lore! It's a dude. It's a dude. Surprised out loud. And it's sooner. It appears we were too late. What is this? Lighted note. Whoever has the misfortune of coming across this letter, do me the honor of seeing to it that my arcane instrument is left in good hands. For someone that spent so much of her life running away, things down here were pretty good. There's a cruel finality to death, but my belongings will serve as proof that I lived. This will prove most useful. We should be grateful. Our last wish. We should honor it. For the sake of those that remain. Let's go. 5. Thank you. The arcane instrument allows one to traverse the waters. With it, attacking, recovery, evasion, and dashing may be performed just as effortlessly as on solid ground. We can swim now. Hooray. Swim. Oh boy, time to swim. There were a lot of other homunculi kids at this subterranean testing site too. We all had the same hair and looked alike. I thought of them as my brothers. You were there too. We spent a lot of time together. You don't remember, do you? I'm sorry. Oh, never mind. All the same. Thank you for sharing that with me. Are they all clones like in the first game, or what's going on here? I need more information. Yes, let's go. Subterranean testing site 2. We all had the same hair and looked alike. I thought of them as my brothers. Fuck, no, don't do that. Don't do that. That's incorrect. As the saying I like to use goes, in honor of all that was, and for the glory of all that is still to come. Also, are these kids just like the ones in the other game? Are they all clones? Or what's going on here? I'm pretty sure we find out later. As the saying I like to use goes, in honor of all that was, and for the glory of all that is still to come. Also, are these kids just like the ones in the other game? Are they all clones? Or what's going on here? I'm pretty sure we find out later. File, export audio, clones. I have a feeling T went to bed. Or just got exasperated at not being able to convince me of bullshit. As the saying like you goes, in honor of all that was, and for the glory of all that is still to come. Also, are these kids just like to come? The ones that, also, are these kids just like the ones in the other game? Are they all clones? Or what's going on here? I'm pretty sure we find out later. Next bit of lore. Yeah, what's in the box? Chloe's bracelet. Improves stats, primarily defense. Up to 2 bracelets can be equipped at one time. There's a secret bracelet engraved with the name of an attuner. Chloe, judging by the intricate craftsmanship, is likely a gift from a loved one. Alright, back this way. That's just, it's a bit of lore. That's all it is. A bit of world building. World building. I should add a world building count. No, I shouldn't. I don't want to do that. This isn't a speedrun, so I have no real penalty for doing that. Unidentified core. Components that can be used to unlock and enhance Null's abilities. Specialized core created by the... Created in secret by House Millis. Was never commercially produced. Interesting. Nolo special. Alright, there we go. Tuner's Pendant. Increases damage by 20% when attacking in water. Pendant worn by a tuner that can live the homunculi in the waterway. While it's simple in its workmanship, it appears to have been a gift from the homunculi. It remains in good condition. Some myth behind it makes it invaluable. Another item. Broken warning sign. Warning. Entry prohibited. Hazardous zone ahead. Occupied by homunculi who have declared themselves enemy of Malinis. Risk of mutants. Malinis homunculus gargoyles. Something up there, but I assume, yeah, it looks like that just comes from. It sounds like there was a homunculi rebellion with that one. Although I do not know where I keep getting an N for Millis comes from. I can't read. Like I said, I can't fucking read. That broken warning sign makes it sound like there was some type of homunculi rebellion against House Millis. Whoever they are. I don't think we've met any of them yet. I know we do later. There's also the Frost, but that... my brain kind of ticked into different things. This broken warning sign makes me feel like there was some type of homunculus uprising against House Millis. We'll figure out why later. Oh, also, I don't know why I keep pronouncing it Milinus. I don't know where the N is coming from. I'm just illiterate. This broken warning sign makes me feel like there was some type of homunculus uprising against House Millis. We'll figure out why later. Oh, also, I don't know why Also, I don't know why I keep pronouncing it Milinus. I don't know where the N is coming from. I'm just illiterate. I'll export audio. Do 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 do. Warning. 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 There's a warning ahead. Are you warning me about the warning? Warning. Warning. This warning system sucks. Warning. Warning. Ah, now it's busting it down. I get you. Huh? The fuck? As the saying goes, the fuck you say to me, you little shit? This broken warning sign makes me feel like there was some type of homunculus uprising against House Millis. We'll figure out why later. Also, I don't know why I keep pronouncing it Milinus. I don't know where the end is coming from. I'm just illiterate. Her. He's blue now. Last thing I remember, I was in Central Stratum. Oh, thank goodness you've come around, my lady. In my present state, I'm afraid I can no longer continue to protect you. But at the very least, I can escort you back to the city. Younger cleaner, you have enabled me to carry out my final duty with honor. You have my gratitude. And identify, transform. Oh, and that was everything in here? Yep, we found, the girl that we were looking for earlier. This expedition record. Beyond the gloom lies the hidden stronghold of the House Frost. Sworn enemies of House Millis, known as the tethered steeple, was once an enormous prison meant to contain the nation's transgressors. Search the shadows for the place hidden by magic lies beyond the shroud of darkness. Hidden zones occasionally make hidden zones of Hazla. See how my false walls reveal them. Yeah, we've been doing that. House Frost, a new player in this game, I see. And play. All you welcome here. Our fates were decided for us by House Millis. And then the Frost came along and gave us a new lease on life. Alright. Chief Tuner's Journal. Control over homunculi is said to be similar to the magic of another time. It was capable of manipulating the soul itself. A priestess of the ancient people who inhabited this land at one time is said to have had taken control of souls in a way to grow her power. It seems this ancient sorcery can only be inherited through blood. It was desperately sought by the sorcerers of House Frost. Sounds like our protagonist from the last game, and her mother, I believe. The Magicite mining record, the abundance of magical resources excavated from the lower stratum yielded a bevy of anomalies, including but not limited to those that manifest the powers of heat and cold. Ever since the land of fumes has produced a number of arcane instruments capable of commanding fire. Be warned, however, for these are not to be wielded lightly, particularly by homunculi. Suspect blaze. So, burning. It burns. I guess the blade dies. So House Frost came along after Millis, and they're like their enemies. I got it. and they're trying to revive some ancient magic with the ancient sorcery of the priestesses, connected back to the, what was it called? Verboten Domain? Why are you so framing? I have an idea why it might have been so framing. Never mind. Whatever. Well, House Frost. House Frost came here after House Millis. House Millis hates them. They've been freeing a bunch of homunculi, and they're trying to use the old magic to control them. To control them. That's why, So House Frost comes after House Millis, and they're just kind of taking their homunculi, freeing them from their control, and they're trying to use the old magic of the priestesses to probably just usurp House Millis in total, for whatever reason. But that's just a theory. A game theory. Why'd you say that in the shitty Duke Nukem voice? Roggy. Right. So House Frost comes after House Millis, and they're just kind of taking their homunculi, freeing them from their control, and they're trying to use the old magic of the priestesses to probably just usurp House Millis in total, for whatever reason. Fuck. House Frost, do 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 do. House Frost, do 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 do. Where is it? There it is. Where's the audio I'm using? Where is the song that we are playing? Do do do. Are you done? No. No, not in the slightest. So House Frost comes after House Millis, and they're just kind of taking their homunculi, freeing them from their control, and they're trying to use the old magic of the priestesses to probably just usurp House Millis in total, for whatever reason. I gotcha. I understand. No, you don't. Lighted dice. Gain 50% XP after felling an enemy. A die imbued with magical spell that improves a holder's luck. Crafting Lord Shred'em is among rare arcane instruments. Okay, and that's everything in here. Go. Welcome to the Waffle House. We have waffles for you. A frost. Your sight for sore eyes. Stay on your toes. The fumes. We can't help it. I have nothing else to give. So please, take this. Experimental label fire. Alright. No response. Interesting. So, we're Frost, and the homunculi generally like the Frosts, it seems. What do we got here? Homunculus research log. 2. Requiring neither food nor water, homunculi instead find sustenance in magical energies. Through the preservation and replication of the soul, it has also become possible to create homunculi with regenerative abilities, capable of withstanding the blight in the lower stratum. Before long, we shall be able to plumb its lowermost depths, the land of origin within our reach. I forget if the land of origin was the first game, or one of the key places from the first game, like it was where we were trying to get to. So we're frost, and it seems like homunculi just generally do like the frost. Well, that confirms we are frost. I don't know if that's just because of the blue cloak or how they can tell. I'm not sure how they can tell, but we are frost apparently, and the homunculi do seem to like the frost for whatever reason. The land of origin. Isn't that like somewhere in the Middle East? Not really. It depends on where you consider the origin. The origin of what? The origin of who? Frost good. All that frost good. Throw it in here. Well, I'm not sure how they can tell, but we are frost apparently, and the homunculi do seem to like the frost for whatever reason. What do we got here? That's the note about the homunculi just work off magic. Final disposal site, okay. Trash down from your upper central shroud. Nobody ever comes down here. Well, unless they're Levy. Alright. Welcome to the trash heap, where it's all fucking trash. What is... Welcome to the blighted. Neither the body nor the mind can resist the blight. In time, it assails even the soul, and the rot consumes the whole. The rot exhibits remarkable regenerative properties, granting undying flesh to the blighted. In the process, however, the mind is consumed by the blight's rage, so only madness remains. Only the miracle of the priestess can bring salvation to the blighted. Which is what we did in the last game. Which appears to be eons ago. Grimoire. Appears to be eons ago. So, the blight will destroy all. So, homunculi run off magic. The blight is a type of magic. Blight is a type of magic, and the blight will corrode everything eventually. So that just means the homunculi will eventually become puppets for the blight. Good job, House Millis. Okay, so homunculi exist solely off of magical energies. And the blight is a type of magical energy which will consume and rot everything. So, probably eventually just turning all the homunculi into puppets for the blight. Which, if I remember right, hates everything. Good job, House Millis. Negative 40 points for House Millis. Two points for Gryffindor. Harry Potter, but when they're doing the points thing, they gotta write it down, and if it's not written properly, it doesn't count for the actual house. We have this many points for Gryffindor, this many points for Gryffindorf, this one for just Griff. What type of Monty Python sketch is this? Okay, so homunculi exist solely off of magical energies, and the blight is a type of magical energy which will consume and rot everything. So, probably the last audio we're gonna do. Everything. So, probably eventually just turning all the homunculi into puppets for the blight. Yeah. Which, if I remember right, hates everything. Good job, House Millis. Yeah, she'll hear me clapping in that. Good. Good job, House Millis. Yeah, no, I got time. The ad timer says 10 minutes, so we could probably go for another 5. Export audio, blighted. Oh. Homie. Homie. That was a terrible Marge, I know. My throat didn't want to do the thing. Go on, do a thing. Go and do a thing. Your mama? What? No, nobody said that. Your mama. Who told you you could do that, Joe Mama? Who? Joe who? Joe Mama. It still works to this day. Why do you have to be mean to people like that, Joe Mama? That's not a response. Okay, so homunculi exist solely off of magical energies. And blight is a type of magical energy which will consume and rot everything. So probably eventually just turning all the homunculi into puppets for the blight. Which, if I remember right, hates everything. Good job. Probably essentially just turning all the homunculi into puppets for the blight. Which, remember right. I get the disappointed face in here. Hate everything. Good job, House Clappity clap. The Grim Reaper Millis. Never thought I'd run into you here. Then I believe we die twice and decide to fuck off and into the other direction. We died twice and decide to fuck off elsewhere. Yeah, we died twice and decide to fuck off elsewhere. Oh. What's this lore bit? As this eye stares into your soul. There'll be time to end the video because right here, 54, maybe, nah. Oh, don't do that. Yeah, we die twice and decide to fuck off elsewhere. Call it die twice. That's not my file explorer, that's fucking the internet. That's the internet. I've been two-shot. The thing that time. Yeah, because I'm getting two. Yeah, we die twice and decide to fuck off. Yeah, we die twice and decide to fuck off elsewhere. I've been two-shot. That works. I'll leave that gap there. I'm gonna call it for tonight. Yeah, it looks like T went to bed. Well, I'm pretty sure we'll have this league argument fucking, Wednesday and Friday, probably. I get why Mark was doing it. I get why Zaphne was doing it, because she likes Mark. And they like to bother me. I don't know why T's doing it. I don't know if she's in on it either. They're not. If you can hear me, you're not going to win this. You can't convince me that you need to find a game that I like to play that can get me consistent funny moments. I have like 18 videos on deck for League. Say 6 of which I think are uploaded. And I got like, how many files? I forgot to move those. Right. I got like 100 files in this folder. And then if I go to the Funny Moments League, so about 600 files already. So that's how consistent League is for funny. Anyways, until next time, bye-bye.